we talk to clients all the time about data architecture. It used to be application architecture. I'm building, I want some middleware to strap up front, middle, and back. All of that, we don't hear any of that anymore. It's all about data architecture. Where do I store my voice calls? Where do I store my structured data, unstructured? How do I make sure this data lake I'm building for Reg or for customer insights isn't dirty? What we did find out is customers really got confused as to what to build in terms of this whole data wave. And the driver, as I say, is this business analytics layer. It's ferocious in terms of wanting business insights. It's held up by data being decentralized. People own data. They don't necessarily want to give it up or share it. There's privacy, there's security, and all that good stuff. But much more importantly, the business insights are demanding access to that data. So the way you store that data, the way you present that data to data scientists or to people building analytics, I think we're going to get the same and probably more, it's compounded by the fact that we had so many silos within the banking industry. That's something that needs to be figured out going forward. So we think we're just entering that wave where people stored stuff, weren't quite sure what the insights would look like, but knew they had to store everything. Storage was cheap. Now we're moving to this wave where there's this sort of plateau of productivity where tools are emerging to clean data, to provide business intelligence on this data set. So that's the world. We see a lot of that in finance, but it's a bit of a laggard compared to the rest of the world that we deal in. We have a core technology that we provide into those data architectures and their data program. It's an in-memory database, and it's very time-based. And again, I think as we take that into the regulatory world, we see exactly the same interaction models. Time is really, really important. Storing stuff in memory is becoming more and more important for people looking for real-time business insights. So what we saw off the back of that whole data architecture wave were that this one size doesn't fit all. People started to come to us to say, where do we store time-based information, and where do we store real-time events? And those two things are really at the heart of what we do. So that's a little bit on the macro very, very quickly, that whole big data wave. The architectures that are emerging, I think, are really applicable to the RegTech world, and it has to be that sophisticated to provide color on the market. We do need structure and unstructured data to provide the ability to replay what went on. You need high performance access to a lot of time-based information.